Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Up to the Real. I am Julien, and with me as always,
your boy James.
We're going to talk about some movies, and we're going to talk crap about one of the worst trailers I've seen in a very long time. But before we get into that trailer, let's get into some news. So, Us this past weekend grossed $70 million. It shattered his Get Out record, which was like, I want to say 40, 50 million if I remember correctly. This is the best original live-action horror film grossing for a movie, period. The only horror film that has surpassed it and did laps around it was It Chapter 1 with 130 million. So, I mean, the movie's doing really well. Mm-hmm. To be honest, we're going to talk about this later in our channel. I like this movie, but I wouldn't say it's better than Get Out.
I agree. It's definitely one of those things where, you know, I always think the sequel is never as good, and it's not an actual sequel, but in a ideological sense it is. I think it's still a fantastic movie. I think he's got, like, it shows he wasn't like a one-hit wonder.
Yes.
Get Out. That's the best part. There's definitely some. It's one of those things where it's funny because it is the one we're comparing it to. I feel like it has the very same kind of tone where it's a scary movie or a horror movie, but it doesn't necessarily feel all that scary.
No.
Which is something that I like. You think on the basis it seems really scary, but it's more of a coming of age tale with some horror elements.
Correct.
This is I don't know. There's no genre besides horror to put on it, but it did feel
like a family doppelganger. It feels like a doppelganger horror film. With doppelganger film with slice of horror and slasher in it, and survival film in it. So that's why it's like it's too many subgenres to throw in there. But I agree with you. It didn't seem like a horror film, but I mean you have to class it as that.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't scared of the tether, which we're gonna get into our spoiler review about that. But I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, and it was really good. So. Like, if you haven't seen Us, we're going to tell you right here on Up to the Real. We highly recommend you go see it. It's a really good movie.
And things that aren't really good. Zack Snyder, pissing literally everyone off. He had I don't know where he got interviewed recently, but he had a couple quotes that were fun to talk about. One of the main ones, first off, he talked a little bit about, he pretty much saying there was never a Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League. Pretty much with the negative reviews that Batman vs Superman got, they originally had a script, but they kind of just said, the Warner Bros. Said, nah. Y'all kind of already jacked things up. We're not really cool with that. So they kind of went a little more friendly with everything, the way they want to do it. The other big thing is he's also been pissing off a lot of fans, because he recently talked about how people talk about how his Batman killed people, and instead of saying, yeah, you know, I kind of did my own spin on the character, he was like, oh, you know, wake up, heroes kill people, heroes lie to America, if you think your heroes don't do that, you're living in a dream, which is weird because comics are kind of a dream, that's kind of the point.
It's a fantasy.
I don't know the last time I saw a Superman flying around the city, but, you know, Zack Snyder...
Ridiculous.
There's a reason why people hate you, Zack Snyder.
No offense. You must understand, and this is just a rant real quick, and then we're going to get back on the news. You must realize, though, right, that we only liked 300, really, right? And granted, Watchmen, I'm going to say, granted, Watchmen was the best comic book adaptation film that I've seen in a long time. But still, let's be honest, you're not that great of a director to be just throwing yourself out there like that. And you are 2 for 3. No, 1 of 3 in terms of comic book adaptations. No, 1 of 4. Because I'm still giving you Justice League. You're 1 of 4 in terms of comic book adaptations. Should we give him Man of Steel?
No. I have no problem with it, but...
No.
Yeah.
So we're giving you 1 of 4. You have no right to come out and basically say you can change our characters up like that and be okay with it. Like, no. No, absolutely not. I hate to say it. Yes, I'm a diehard Batman fan. I try to give you justice on why Batman kills people, but you haven't gave me any justice for that. Maybe your script could have gave me that. I don't know, but it's whatever. You're done. Like
you suck and I hate you.
Yes, you suck. And the thing is on that note about the Justice League script, he went into detail saying that he was going to talk about the nightmare sequence. He was going to talk about why Batman had his premonition because what happens is in the script, which is weird for him to do this early, but whatever. Thank God that they didn't do this. Is they was going to do the anti-life equation, and Darkseid was going to give like Superman the anti-life equation. That's why he's going to go
evil.
Like, evil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, but so early in the franchise.
Blow your load right away. Just I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense to me, right? And so I don't know. Like at this point, thank you WB for firing Zack Snyder because even though you don't want to say you did, we know you did, and we appreciate you for doing that. And I completely understand that y'all are taking a step back and doing standalone films, which I applaud you to do. But please, just give us better stories. Give us way better stories. We haven't seen Shazam yet. Neither one of us have yet. But I for sure would like to see more standalone films than do another Justice League film.
And I've heard good things about Shazam so far. So
Johnny, who is my co-host on Matinee Talk, says it's really good. Mm-hmm. He watched the early screening of it. He said it's really good. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's a kid being a superhero.
Yeah,
it's really good. So we'll see about that. On some other interesting, weird news, Apple did their services keynote on Monday. Was it Monday? Yes, it was Monday. And I'm kind of scratching my head about it. Of course, we're not going to talk about the other crap that they did, like News Plus, the Apple Card, and all that, and Apple Arcade. But we're going to talk about Apple TV Plus. So on Apple TV Plus, they say it's going to be a subscription based solely for Apple users and things of that nature. It's going to give you exclusive TV shows, movies, and things of that nature. They didn't go into too much detail about it, but here we got, right? You ready? We got Jason Momoa helping. We got Alfred Woodard, the lady who was in Luke Cage, right? We have Reese Witherspoon. We have those people, and then we have two big names that I'm interested to find out why they're in this. Steven Spielberg and Oprah.
Okay.
And literally, they just showed a whole bunch of like actors and big name actors and actresses who are Hollywood moguls, we'll put it that way, to say that, hey, we got projects coming, but didn't show us anything.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, we're here, we got projects, and next person. So I'm just confused as to what Apple TV Plus will give us, and they haven't given us a price on it.
Of course not.
Which is dumb. Well, but here's the thing. Apple keynotes or Apple commencements, we get pricing. And for Apple Arcade, which again we're not going to speak about, and Apple TV Plus, we didn't get any pricing. It's just, hey, this comes out in the fall.
Yeah, I mean, out of those actors you named, while they are known, what is the last good thing any of them have done? Like
Jason, I'll give him Aquaman because Aquaman was a big success for Warner Brothers. Reese Witherspoon,
Legally Blonde.
Wow, I wouldn't go that far. Okay, all right.
Then what you got?
Let me think.
I mean, that's as close as
I can get. Wow, and Oprah's still the mogul that she is, though.
Yeah, but like.
But Steven Spielberg, like I said, I feel like Steven Spielberg since early 2000s, since Catch Me If You Can, all of his movies have been okay at best.
He's like, you tell me George Lucas. I'm like, yeah, but George Lucas hasn't made a good movie in how long? Like,
Red Tails was god awful. Actually, any film he has made in 2000s just doesn't make any sense. You're right. Like
it's like a 20-year span.
And I was about to say, Steven Spielberg actually, all right.
Spielberg has some more recent stuff, but he's
like Lincoln is probably his best one. I do not like Bridge of Spies. I do not like The Post. I did not like, no offense, Ready Player One. It was just fan service. Mm-hmm. Literally, that's what
I hated that movie. So
that's literally what Ready Player One was. And I was gonna buy it for Blu-ray just because of the special effects, but I can't even do that to myself, right? And so I will grant it. His Emblem Entertainment production company is good enough. but it's still like.
I mean, if you swing a bat 100 times, you're bound to hit the ball at least 5. Like, I don't know.
The only person who's consistent is Oprah, because she has an own network.
Yeah, but it's like I don't think she's running that. I think she's getting the money.
She's getting producing. She's getting producing and probably distribution credit. So like, again, that's what I'm confused about. It's like you haven't told us anything besides names.
Yeah.
Give me content. If you're gonna give me services, what's the content coming out?
Yeah. One thing because I don't know if there's any other stories we talk about today. I remember there's another story we talked about. It's the Dora the Explorer trailer.
God.
I didn't know what the hell this movie was gonna be from the beginning. Like the trailer, I'm like, is she gonna? Oh, now she's in. Okay. So you see her talking to her parents, and she's like adventuring in the jungle.
Well, she's trying to adventure.
Yeah,
right?
right.
But
She's
her parents are like, no, we're gonna go adventure on our own, and I guess they go missing.
Yeah. While they sent her to school.
Yes, the high school with Diego. Diego is a lot lighter.
I will say that's one thing I thought was funny is how like Diego's grown up, and he's not an adult. He's still in high school, but he's like. Dora, like,
let it go.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
At least that was interesting.
And then you see that she basically goes on this little adventure in the jungle, and
it looks like they're on a field trip or something, and then she gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
Because of her parents, they're like someone trying to find her parents, and then like all her people she's classmates was like, oh, Dora's pretty cool because she survived, like she's in her element now.
Yeah.
Then. There's one thing I am interested in this movie that they didn't show at all in the trailer.
There's 2 things.
Well, it's technically 2, yeah. Because they show Boots, but we don't ever hear his voice. Danny Trejo's the voice. That's the one thing.
Yes.
And the other thing that I'm interested to see is who is Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro, he is Swiper.
But is he going to be a fox? I don't know how that's going to... It's already weird.
I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Because it's already weird that you're going to have Danny Trejo as a little blue monkey.
Blue monkey.
But then you're also going to have Benicio as... I don't know. It's always weird to me when you use your biggest actors as
voice
voices.
actors.
Because that's something Guardians of the Galaxy did. I think at the time Bradley Cooper was
a main star. And then Vin Diesel, I mean, could you call him a big star from Fast and Furious?
He's known, like...
Yeah.
But, like, Batista was still a wrestler to most people.
Yes.
Zoe Saldana had a good resume, and then Chris Pratt was just the guy from Parks and Rec at the time.
Yes.
So it's always weird when you have your big names as the voice actors. I don't know.
That's why I'm confused about this trailer. It was released on Kids' Choice Awards on Nickelodeon, which I stopped watching that over.
I didn't know that was still going on.
Yeah,
I thought they just sent John Cena into an auditorium to entertain people. I'm assuming he hosts every year now because he's not wrestling.
I think he hosted last year if I remember correctly. I think he hosted last year.
Probably this year too. And he's already hosting next year. You don't know about that.
You don't know about it. Spoiler alert. And that's why when I heard about this, and my cousins were like, "Wow, Kids' Choice Awards did something big." I said, "Kids' Choice Awards? What?" And then I looked at it and guess like Kids' Choice Awards exclusive, and I'm like, "Oh, God, stop the madness."
How's Kids' Choice Awards going to have more exclusives than the Oscars? I mean, for real though.
I don't know. I can't answer that. I will say though,
that's your Super Bowl.
That is my Super Bowl. They don't do trailers.
Now Kids' Choice Awards got to take over.
At least we got The Irishman. That's the only trailer we got.
What?
The Irishman? Martin Scorsese's new movie.
Talking about Finn Balor, the wrestler, right? Finn Balor? He's an Irishman? Yeah, he's a wrestler. He's fighting at WrestleMania probably.
Anyways, but I will say this just looks bad. Not as Kim Possible live adaptation bad, but this looks bad.
Yeah.
This looks like a very bad version of a Nickelodeon movie. Like how we had Snow Day, Good Burger, and all those shows. Granted, they're bad.
I think it's going to be on the same level, to be honest.
I think no. I think Good Burger, Snow Day, and all of those other ones, they're entertainingly bad. right? Like, I was watching Good Burger like a month ago, and I was like, this is terrible, but I can still enjoy it, right? I feel like Dora is going to be on a little above the Kim Possible live adaptation level, where it's like, I despise this.
They're throwing a lot of money at it, though.
Nickelodeon throws their money at everything.
I mean, Benicio del Toro money, though.
Danny Trejo money, because people forget Danny
Whoa.
Trejo.
I feel like he does anything. That guy was in the Muppets movie in a great cameo, where he literally played Danny Trejo.
But he still makes money, though.
Yeah, because he's in everything. I saw him in an advertisement for Magic the Gathering on an ad on YouTube. Like, I feel like Danny Trejo does everything.
Sling TV can't even pay for him anymore.
Sling TV, they got a lot more problems than paying for Danny Trejo. Let's be real.
That's all I'm saying. Like, Nickelodeon is throwing money at it. Don't get me wrong. They threw money at The Last Airbender. Look where they're at Last Airbender.
That's different, to be fair. That's, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, we don't talk about that around here, alright?
But I'm just saying, I'm even asked Veronica, Veronica, I'm off the screen for a moment. Veronica, what do you think of Dora the Explorer Black movie?
She's like super hyped and upset now. She's like, I was real excited.
It's gonna make good opening money.
That's probably true.
That's probably true. Because everybody's going to watch it. And then the kids who grew up with it, like us, not us, my cousins, my little cousins grew up on it, right?
I was way
My little cousins are going to have their little siblings go and watch Dora because that's what was reruns of, right? I think Dora's still running to this day, actually.
Probably.
She's still running?
Hey, she's teaching kids Spanish. Good for her.
Oh! 3 words.
Not everyone lives in Texas, alright?
3 words. Oh my God. She's showing us 3 words.
Come on, vámonos. Everybody, let's go. See?
They start liking Hispanics on the first.
Exactly.
Fair. Alright, I'll give
Dora's
you
killing racism.
No, I think Diego would kill that more than anything else because I like Diego more than Dora.
I was way...
But you're a boy.
True. Very true. I was a boy, but
I was.
Backtrack. I am. Well, no. I was a boy because I'm a man now. I will say this. Diego's stories are good, but Dora's were more consistent. I'll give her that.
Hold up, you're really breaking down the consistency of the stories between Dora and Diego.
Look, I'm trying to give.
No, I'm not gonna look.
I'm trying to give Dora some kind of gleaming hope because, to be honest, I think this is going to be a dumpster fire. I think this is another dumpster fire.
What is one character from Diego who's not Diego? I can name 3 from Dora. 4.
What for?
Map. The map.
Oh.
That is a character who is consistently in every episode.
Swiper, Boots. Who's the other person besides Dora?
The map.
The map, Boots, and Swiper. Who's another character?
Dora.
I said besides Dora.
That's not. I said I can name 4 characters. I said name 1 character outside of Diego. That's 4 to 1.
Fair.
Or backpack. There you go.
Backpack.
So these are consistent characters.
You know what would be the funniest thing ever? If on that movie they literally used like
The song and the voices. Oh, yeah, I'd be fine with that. Why not? Just
for what?
Because why not? Be dumb about it.
Backpack, yeah. Backpack. How are we gonna get out of this thing with the thieves over here in the jungle? Let me look at my backpack.
Because here's the thing, this might be great because that's going on. And the other kids are like, she's talking to her backpack right now. She is crazy. Like, that works out perfect. I think that's more funny than probably anything I've seen in the show so far. Like, Dora's like borderline like schizophrenic. Dora's like freaking out, talking to her backpack, and like she's the one who can hear it, but it actually works. Like, things are still happening, and they're like, I don't understand
what the hell's going on with her.
So,
and then when she's talking to the bell, can you point out where the thieves are?
And then like, she's like trying to find the street on her maps. They're like, I have Google Maps. Like, it's right here. I mean, I think that's the way you got to go into it. Like, go into the whole thing where she's a cartoon living in the real world, but everyone else is like a real person and how they react to that. So, work for Space Jam.
Fair. And we're getting another one in 2020. So
I'm fine with that.
No,
I'd rather a sequel than a remake.
Very true. I would not want to see LeBron James do a remake of Space Jam.
No.
I agree.
Do kids know who Looney Tunes are anymore?
Boomerang?
But kids
But kids don't really know Boomerang.
Do
like
kids
we
watch
do.
television? They don't watch. Yeah, y'all both were like, "Whoa, wait a second." That's the real question.
That's the real question here. I was about to say we have Boomerang on Cartoon Network, so we grew up on watching the old Looney Tunes, old Tom and Jerry. Like, time of this recording is 12 o'clock, right? By now, Tom and Jerry is playing. Like the old Tom and Jerry is playing.
I mean, I'll put this on my age. Boomerang wasn't even around. Those cartoons were just all they
on
showed.
Cartoon, that's what I'm saying. We had Boomerang that was on Cartoon Network, where now you got to get Boomerang on like premium cable. So I don't think any kids watched the original Looney Tunes like we did, or watched Tom and Jerry like we do. I don't even think there's new episodes of Tom and Jerry out now, which is dumb as hell in my opinion. I went to Six Flags for my birthday. Yes, I went to Six Flags for my birthday, for my 25th birthday, but I also got drunk. Let's not talk about that. I went to go on those rides, right? And they're showing new episodes of Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. Sorry we're going on a tangent, but it's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Because I'd rather than watch something similar to what I watch where I can relate to them instead of just having no way to relate. I mean, those are good cartoons to me. I mean, okay, I wouldn't say they're good cartoons. They're very base level cartoons.
Yes.
But I love those characters, so I'd rather them exist still than just die off. And plus, I guarantee if someone has a license of those, they're going to still try to make money off of it. I mean,
Warner Brothers is making their money. I swear.
You know what I was wondering yesterday? Does PBS make new author and
they do.
They do make new author. I don't know to what extent if they're still doing it. The last time I saw there was episodes that came out in 2018 last year.
How about Clifford? I never
The
really
Big Red
watched
Dog?
it. Yeah.
Boy, that's my I don't know if they're making new episodes of Clifford. I know they make new episodes of Sesame Street. I know they make new episodes of Arthur and
Kelly, thing is, I never watched any of the PBS cartoons as a kid.
well, I
you
had
were
to
white
when we
and you had cable.
right. I didn't have cable until 0102, so we watched PBS for a while. Because I remember watching Arthur growing up with like the little apple juice things. Like, yeah, that was my thing. Yes, I remember things when I was 3 or 4 years old. Fight me. But I don't know. Like, the only reason why I know Dora is because my cousins love the Dora. Like, they watch Dora, right? And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Am I gonna watch it and be very entertained being drunk watching this? 110%, because I feel like this movie is gonna be a disaster. I really do. I'm honestly calling it right now. This movie's gonna make. It's gonna make like Veronica said. This movie's gonna make big bucks opening weekend, and then I think after the week 3 or week 4 mark, it's gonna die. And I feel like it's gonna make about $500,000 worldwide.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea on this one. Kids movies are a weird thing where, like, especially if they come out at a time when there's no other movies, they make a lot of money for no reason.
But I don't know the release date, but it's in July. I think. I don't know if anybody can fact check me on that, but I think it comes out in July. Guess what movie comes out in July though? Lion King.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's July or August. If it's July, Nickelodeon's asking
Maybe
for the
I'd rather see Dora. I don't know.
Hey man, look, my boy James Earl Jones is Mufasa again. I'm down to watch it.
I won't say he's Mufasa again. He's still Mufasa. He never stopped
He
being
never
Mufasa.
stopped being Mufasa.
Yeah, I don't know. They got a good cast for Lion King. I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm gonna watch both.
I mean, Dora's got a good cast too for some reason. So, Eva Longoria, Danny Trejo. Yeah, they didn't whitewash it at least.
They whitewashed Diego though.
Diego can't help his skin tone. That
You
guy's
can get a darker Diego.
It's not his fault. He's not dark. You can want him tan.
I wanted him darker.
Hey, at least he's not white. That's what I'm saying.
Fair.
All right.
Diego is probably darker than me, but he's
I've seen very light Mexicans.
Not saying that's a problem, but Diego was darker in the cartoon, and he's almost Veronica's color.
Alright, here's the thing. They had like very basic color palettes in Diego cartoon show and Dora the cartoon show. There was not a lot of artwork in there.
And let's throw that in there too. Dora is a little whitewash as well.
I wouldn't say she's white because she's not white.
Ooh, like how people try to say about Gal Gadot and the Fast and the Furious, she's trying to say she's Colombian. Ooh, you're very bright, you're very light
Isn't she
girl.
Greek though?
Yes.
That's different.
No.
If you're casting a Mexican playing Mexican, it's not the same as saying a Greek is Colombian.
But that's like, alright, so then let's go this way. So how you feel about Aladdin? Sorry, we're going to go a little longer on this episode.
I mean, that's
whitewashing, right?
I wouldn't still say it's whitewashing. It's just not, because I consider whitewashing putting a white, I think fucking Ghost in the Shell, that's whitewashing.
Okay, that's whitewashing.
Because you're putting a white person in that role. But Aladdin's weird because...
I would say it's colorism, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, because people over the Middle East in general don't have a lot of acting roles here.
Yes.
So trying at all to at least not put just, famous, like, Hispanic people as Middle Easterns, like I feel like they always try to do, just because they're more well-known here.
Well-known, yeah.
Like, even Longoria's not Jasmine, like, at least they're still trying to put people, that it's a step in the right direction, but not a leap in the right direction like it should be. It's not there yet. They're like, oh, the direction's over there. But at least, if you're casting actual Mexican people playing Mexican people, you can't say their skin tone.
They're whitewashing. But I can say that they're a little lighter than what they're supposed to be, because Dora looks way lighter than what she should be, and Diego feels the exact same way. Bless you. So that's just me.
I mean, I will say that's a Hollywood thing in general, is
it's dumb.
Casting people who are lighter. I mean, I'm still saying, if they're actual Mexican actors, there's no problem.
There's no problem. Okay. That's why I don't know if Veronica has seen it, but I don't know if the Hispanic community is mad at the fact that Dora's lighter.
Because Mexico's a lot worse about casting only white complected people versus the U.S. They're still bad.
So, okay. So
they're being hypocrites.
I was gonna say, imagine if you're a very light-skinned Mexican person, you're watching Dora, and people only see Dora and they go, "Oh, you're Mexican, you're not as dark as Dora." Now you make a light-skinned Mexican people feel bad.
True, but I feel like if you're gonna do accurate depictions of your cartoons, looking at you, Disney, do the darker complexion.
I'd say nationality is all that matters.
Okay.
If you're casting someone, see, also Aladdin's also a different one because Agrabah's not real.
Dora's not real,
but Mexico's real, and now Dora is real. So,
fine.
Just the quote: "Mexico is real." Like,
I'm gonna put that as our.
I seen it.
I'm gonna put it as our thumbnail. Mexico is real.
Yeah. So I don't know. We went on a long rant.
We went on a long rant on this one. I told y'all it was gonna happen. I don't care. On that note,
do better, Hollywood.
Really do better. On do better, Hollywood. Do better, Disney. This weekend, the movie that comes out will be Dumbo.
Yeah, we thought it was last weekend, but
they pushed it back a week.
What?
It was March 22nd. If you go look at the trailers, it was March 22nd. Then they pushed it back a week.
It's such a I understand months getting pushed back, but a week. Like, what did y'all forget to do? Put the title card on there? Like, what takes a week?
I don't know.
We forgot to put Dumbo in it. We need a whole week to do that. Like,
well, because movies released on Thursday.
That's true, but it's still it doesn't. I don't know.
But Dumbo comes out. It's at a 40% right now.
Sounds about right.
Tomatoes. Tim Burton, you have done it again. But on that note, I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you want to say, Sam?
No, I don't think so.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you haven't, follow us, Sage Street, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Follow both of us on Instagram and Twitter. Look for more updates. Let us know what else you want us to write about, because I love writing about Dora the Explorer.
I'm always real careful because I'm like, I don't want to say anything stupid as a white guy. I'd be like, that could be construed. I never want to be construed as racist. So I'm always like,
you're not.
I try my best.
You're not.
Do better, Hollywood. Cast people where they're from.
And have a messy except complexion. That's my.
Were there any light-skinned people in Black Panther?
One tribe was. Okay. One tribe. But Other than that,
M'Baku's probably should have been, right? They
no,
lived
M'Baku.
but there should have been, right? They lived in like the mountains in the cold. Shouldn't have? I don't know.
You're bringing up theories that should be there. You're bringing up questions that needs to be answered.
I need logic.
On that note, thank you for watching this long video. We appreciate y'all. Just share it and let your friends know that we are fun. We enjoy it. But from all of us here, stay three guys. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned.